So my name is Tulay and welcome to our yoga flow today by Sixtwo Pilates and Yoga Online. And if you haven't already, please make yourself comfortable in a beautiful seated position here. You can cross your legs however you may like. If that's uncomfortable for your knees, you're more than welcome to come into a kneeling position and rest your hips on your feet. It doesn't need to be a certain way, whatever's comfortable for you here. And if it's okay with you, I invite you all to perhaps just rest your hands on your knees. You can have your palms up or down, whatever's comfortable with you today. And bringing yourself into your breath and inviting you all to close your eyes here if that's okay with you. If not, you can always have a soft gaze looking down towards your mat. And let's come to our beautiful breath here. Taking deep inhalations through the nose and exhaling out through the nose again. And perhaps you can take notice of your shoulders here. And if you're holding on to your shoulders, you can invite some softness. You can invite some softness into your cheeks. And take note of how your eyebrows are. Perhaps you can add some softness into your eyebrows, into your forehead. And let's continue the breath here, grounding through your pelvis onto your mat. And let's send our awareness to our spine here and see how our spine feels here. Perhaps you can straighten your spine a little bit. We have one more breath in here. And exhaling out through the nose. So let's come into a little breath work here together. And when you're ready, let's inhale through the nose and stop here, pausing here for 2, 1, and exhaling out back through the nose here. Inhaling back in through the nose. Holding here for 2, 1, and exhaling out, this time through the mouth. Let's do that again, inhaling through the nose. Holding that breath there for 2, 1, and exhaling it out. Let's do that again, inhaling through the nose. Pausing here for 2, 1, and exhaling it out. Inhaling through the nose. Pausing this time for 3, 2, 1, and exhaling it out. Inhaling through the nose. Pausing for 3, 2, 1, and exhaling it out. Let's come back to our regular smooth breath here. Remembering that the fluctuations that happen within our body, our mind, and even our breath, it's okay to feel the ups and the downs and to accept it all. You're here today on the mat, taking the time out and giving yourself that time for today. So let's take another cleansing breath in today, remembering that breath is everything. Inhaling through that nose and exhaling that through the mouth. Back to your regular smooth breath. And perhaps you can float your hands to your heart center into Anjali Mudra. into prayer position here. Pressing your thumbs into your sternum. Your heart to your hands to your heart. Feeling that heartbeat. And welcoming you all. Namaste. And when you're ready, you can gently allow the hands to drop back onto your knees if that's okay. You can open your eyes. I'll turn around this way. And when you're ready, we're just going to come into soft neck rolls here. So looking across you, we'll take an inhale, scoop that neck down, tucking your chin down to your neck, and let's take the neck to the right side here. And looking up here, drop that neck back down to the right side and bring that neck to the center. Your chin is still tucked, and let's take it to the left side. Looking up with your gaze. And drop that neck down back to the left side. And let's bring that neck to the middle again. From here, let's take the neck back to the right side. Bring the neck all the way up. Gaze up. Drop that neck back to the shoulder, your chin tucking in, back to the middle. And let's come to the left side. Really slow here, we're in no rush. Bring the neck up, look all the way up. And let's drop that neck, the chin down. Come back to the center. Let's do that one more time in your own time. Bring the neck to the right side. Looking up. Dropping that neck. Tucking the chin back to the center. And to the left side. Looking all the way up. And we'll come back to the center here. Inhale, and as you exhale, let's pick up the shoulders and start some shoulder rolls here. So we're just taking it to one side here, lifting the shoulders up and around. Remembering to breathe. Can you keep your breaths even here? Even inhalations and even exhalations. One more roll. And we'll come back to the center. And let's take the shoulders back to the other side now, in opposite direction. Rolling the shoulders all the way up and over. One more roll. And we'll come back to the center. And when you're ready, let's take a deep inhalation. Inhale, raising the arms all the way up. And let's turn to the right side. Just a nice simple twist here. You guys can turn to the right side. Breath in here. Perhaps you can, with your gaze, drop your gaze towards the back hand here. Breathing in, and we'll come back to the center. Inhaling, raising the arms all the way up, and let's turn the gaze and the arms all the way to the left side. Dropping that hand to the back, looking down towards the hand. And inhaling here. And exhaling, let's come back to the center. And we'll come into seated cat-cows here. So we'll take a deep inhalation and let's look all the way up, grabbing the neck up as well. So we're just looking up to the ceiling. Let's exhale, look all the way down, tuck your chin in and round your back here, pushing into your spine. Inhale, let's look all the way up. Exhale, rounding that back, tucking your chin in, neck towards your chest. Inhale, raising all the way up, looking up. Exhale, tucking the chin in, rounding the spine. Inhale, come all the way up, looking up one more time. And let's exhale, pushing into that spine. And come back to the center, back to your regular breath here. We'll inhale, raise the arms up, nice and straight, extending them out. And with our right hand, we're just going to scissor them over. So we're taking the right hand over onto the left, crossing it over. So your right is over onto the left. And we'll come into eagle arms here, into Garudasana. So just bringing the arms over. And if that's too much for you, for your palms to touch together, you can always just bring the hand back and have the backs of your hands touching together. So inhaling here, and as we exhale, we're just pulling the hands away from our face here and feeling that in our right shoulder here, just a little bit. I'll come back to the center so you guys can see me. And when you're ready, just drop your neck down as well, releasing that neck. Breath in here and out. And picking that neck up, bringing it all the way up, releasing the hands now. Inhaling, raising the arms out again, extending them out. This time we're taking the left hand over onto the right and binding the hands together into eagle arms. And if that's too much for you, for your palms to touch, go ahead and have the backs of your hands touching here. Take an inhale here. Let's take the arms, the palms away from our face, reaching down, feeling that sensation in the left shoulder here. Inhaling. And as you exhale, dropping that neck down, releasing the neck, tucking that chin in. We have one inhalation here. And exhaling that out. Picking that neck back up, releasing the hands. And from here, let's all come into our seated tabletop. Just into your tabletop. So we'll have the arms, the hands stacked underneath the shoulders here. Our knees stacked underneath our hips. You can have them as wide as you need to. And perhaps you can untuck your toes here, have the tops of your feet touching the mat here. We're inhaling here, and as we inhale, we're picking that right arm all the way up, exhaling up, and let's thread that hand all the way over, and underneath the left hand, thread the needle here. Let's take it over, and perhaps you can have the palms facing up, relaxing your head onto your mat here, if that's okay with you. If not, you can always just pick up your head if that's too much on the neck. We're just inhaling here and exhaling. One more breath. And let's bring that hand all the way up with your gaze. We're following that hand. Let's pick it up all the way to the ceiling, all the way up and back into tabletop. Adjusting your tabletop here if you need to. Inhaling, lifting that left hand now. Your arm all the way up, following with your gaze. And as you exhale, bring that hand all the way underneath your right arm. Thread that through and resting your head onto your mat. You can have your palms facing up or down. And remembering to breathe here. We have one more breath here. And let's slowly release that hand back into your tabletop. Finding your adjustment here. And when you're ready, we'll inhale. Take that right leg all the way out, extending that right foot. Your toes are pointing down, soles of the feet facing the back of the room. And as you exhale, let's turn and take that foot all the way to the left side here. We're just taking it over to the left side. I'm reaching over so my toes are on the ground. And with my gaze, I'm turning around to the back and just having that gaze on my foot there. We have one breath here, breathing in and out. And let's bring that foot back to the center. And let's hug that knee to the nose. Let's try to touch our nose with our knee. curling the back here, and let's send that foot back to the room. Your toes are pointing down, soles of the feet facing the room. Let's bring that knee to the chest again. Hugging that in, curling that back. Let's send it all the way to the back. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Bring the knee to nose. And exhale, take that foot all the way to the back of the room and drop that foot down. Back into your tabletop. Inhaling, this time raising the left foot all the way out, extending that leg out. Toes pointing down, soles of the feet, back of the room. Breathing in here, and as we exhale, let's take that foot all the way to the right side this time. The toes can just land on the ground wherever they land. And with your gaze, let's turn to the right side and look at that back foot there. Inhaling here and exhale, and feeling the sensation in your left hip here. One more breath. And let's pick up that foot. Let's come back to the center, leg extended out, stand still. And as we exhale, let's curl and bring that knee to nose, curling the back. Let's extend that foot all the way back out. Bring that knee to nose. Taking the foot all the way out. One more time. Exhale, bring that knee to nose. Extend it all the way out and back into your tabletop. And let's drop into child's pose here. You can take your knees as wide as you need to, feet as wide as you need to, extending the arms out. This is your pose for you to take whenever you need to throughout your practice. This is your resting pose. Taking a deep breath in here and out. One more breath in through the nose, and as we exhale, let's take the arms all the way to the right side. And perhaps with your left hand, you can place it over onto your right, feeling that deeper stretch, the sensation into the left side of the body. Breath in here and out. And let's take the hands back to the center. Walking the hands all the way to the left side here, reaching over. And this time with your right palm, you can place it over onto your left. And feeling that sensation in the right side here. And if that's too much, you can just take the hands off. Breath in here. And out. And slowly walking your hands back to the center. We'll come back into our tabletop here. And when you're ready, we'll come into our first downward dog of the day. So tuck the toes. And when you're ready, sending, picking up those hips up and out. We get pressing into the palms here. And perhaps you can roll your shoulders back and over. Rolling the shoulders away from your ears, drawing your ribs in, pressing into your palms, and bending your knees as much as you need to here. This is your first inversion for the day. And let's pedal it out here with your feet, just small pedal movements here. Breath in and out, remembering that breath is everything. Now we can add a lion's breath here. So when you're ready, just come into your still dog. Let's inhale here, and as we exhale, poke the tongue out and exhale through the mouth. So let's go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, poke that tongue out. And make that lion's breath noise.
Sorry, I didn't find a group or device named Tulay.
Let's continue that. Inhaling through the nose. Poking that tongue out and exhaling out through the mouth. One more time. Inhaling through the nose. And poking that tongue out and exhaling that out. And when you're ready, let's walk to the top of our mat here. Coming into your forward fold, Uttanasana. You can generously bend the knees here as much as you need to, and coming into your halfway lift, the hands onto shin here, looking to the top of your mat, nice flat back here. Let's exhale, forward fold. And when you're able, take the right foot to the back of the room, sending that foot out, leg out, knee down. And let's come all the way up, bring the hands up into your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Breathing in here and out. Perhaps you can square your hips here a little bit. You can hold your ribs in here. And when you're ready, we'll turn to the right side, extending the arms out to an open twist here, reaching out here. Breathing in here, and as we exhale, let's reverse this twist. So taking that left arm over, our right hand is on the back of our thighs here. Reaching over, extending over, one breath here. And come into your open twist again, reaching out. Breath in here, and let's come back to the center. Your hands are all the way up, bringing the hands to heart center here. And when you're ready, we're connecting the elbow over to the left knee. So sending your heart over to the left side, twisting from your chest, not from your lower back here. Looking over with your gaze and breathing in here. And as we exhale, let's release the hands to the mat. And our front foot to meet the back will come into our low plank here. So perhaps you can send your hips a little bit low here. Instead of having them in like a tabletop position, send them low a little bit. Tops of the feet, you can have them on the ground. Pressing into the palms here. Breath in here. And out. And let's come all the way down onto your mat. And we'll come into your cobra. Just a gentle back bend here. And let's float it down, all the way down. And pressing into the palms, we'll send the hips back up and out into downward facing dog. Breathing here. And out. And when you're ready, we can walk to the top of our mats again, coming straight into our forward fold here. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Coming into your halfway lift. Nice flat back, looking to the top of your mat. And exhale, forward fold. And this time, let's take that left foot to the back of the room. Send that knee down. And let's take the hands all the way up into your low lunge here. Perhaps you can square the hips a little bit, taking that right hip over and the left hip to face the room. So almost like someone's pulling you. Breath in here. And this time, let's open to the left side here. Nice open twist here, reaching those palms, those hands, fingers out. Breath in here. And as we exhale, let's reverse this, taking the right hand all the way over, extending it over, reaching over. And let's come back to your open twist again, reaching out. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's take the hands back to the center. And take the hands to heart center here. And this time, let's hook the left elbow over to the right knee and reaching over to your right side here. Finding your balance and finding your breath. And let's come back to the center, releasing the hands, taking your front foot to meet the back. And we'll come into a plank here, into a low plank here with our knees down, pressing into the palms here. And let's come all the way down onto your mat and waving it up into your cobra. And coming all the way back down and pressing into the palms into your downward facing dog. Breathing here. And exhaling. And let's walk to the top of our mats. We'll come straight into our forward fold here. Back into our halfway lift. Inhale, looking up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. And this time taking that right foot to the back of the room, send that knee down, coming back into your low lunge, hands coming all the way up. Perhaps you can dial those pinkies in. So turning the pinkies in a little bit and naturally the thumbs will come out a little bit, activating the forearm. Breathing in here and we'll cactus the arms here. So we'll inhale, cactus the arms, broadening that chest, looking up, and exhale, coming back into a normal, raising the arms up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, let's cactus the arms here. Inhale, coming all the way up. Let's do that again. Exhale, cactus the arms, broadening the chest. Inhale, coming all the way up. One more time. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, coming all the way up. Bringing the hands all the way down. Your front foot to meet the back here into your plank. Pressing into the palms here. But this time we're just going to untap the toes and come straight into our downward facing dog. So reaching up and down into your downward facing dog. Adjust your stance here if you need to. Breathing in here and out. Releasing the neck, looking in between your feet here. And when you're ready, you can walk to the top of our mats, coming into your forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And let's take the left foot to the back of the room. Let's drop that knee down. Raising the hands all the way up. And when we're ready, we'll come back into our open twist. Let's take it to the right. Reverse the twist here. Bring the hands to the center. We'll cactus the arms now here. So when you're ready, let's cactus the arms. Exhale, cactusing the arms. Inhale, taking all the way up. Exhale, cactus those arms, broadening the chest. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, coming all the way up. One more time. Exhale, cactus those arms. Let's bring the hands all the way down. Your front foot to meet the back into your plank here. Pressing into the palms. And when we're ready, we'll untap the toes here. Tapping the toes, and let's come into your downward facing dog. Sending it straight up. Breathing in here. And out. And when you're ready, we can walk to the top of our mat here, coming into your forward fold. Halfway lift, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. And let's take the right foot to the back of the room. Are you able to keep that knee up this time? And let's come into your high lunge. Try and track your feet so they're not crossing over. This way you can find your balance here. And perhaps you can square those hips again here. Reaching up here. Breath in, bending that knee. My heel is peeled off from the mat. Inhale, exhale to the right side. Let's come back into that open twist, guys. Open twist, reaching up and over. Can we reverse this twist? Taking that right hand to the back of the leg, reversing over, trying to find that balance. Coming back into your open twist again. Good job, guys. We'll come back to the center. And this time, we'll hop off from our back foot and we'll come into warrior three. So when we're ready, hopping off from the back foot and coming all the way, tipping over and coming into warrior three. Your toes are pointing down, soles of the feet to the back of the room. Taking the hands to the back into Dekasana, into aeroplane pose. We have one more breath. And when you're ready, drop that foot all the way down back into high lunge. Awesome, guys. Hands all the way up. And let's send the hands all the way down. Let's take the front foot to meet the back. We'll come into your plank. This time, are we able to keep the knees off the floor? Breathe in here. We have one more breath here. Pushing into the palms. Sending the knees all the way down, coming all the way down onto your mat, into your cobra, weaving it up, looking up into a gentle back bend, and wave it back down into your downward facing dog. Breathing in here and out. And when you're ready, we can walk to the top of our mats here. And we'll come into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, looking to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. And when you're ready this time, we'll take the left foot to the back of the room, send it all the way out, raising those hands, those arms, all the way up, coming into your high lunge. And perhaps you can see how your pelvis is here too, making sure that adding some structure here with straightening, squaring those hips, keeping that knee nicely bent, your heel is peeled off from the ground. And when you're ready, turn to the left side into open twist here, reaching the palms out, fingers out. And let's reverse this twist, your right hand all the way over, reaching over, extending that twist back into your open twist. Breath in, and we'll come back to the center. So we'll come into our warrior three here. When you're ready, we'll bounce off from our back leg. When you're ready, try not to look at me, because if I wobble, you'll wobble. See if you can balance here. Yeah, bringing that foot all the way up. Your toes are pointing down, soles of the feet facing the back of the room, reaching over, and taking the hands to the back of your body here. Reaching out, extending them out to the back of the room, into Dekasana. Send that foot all the way to the ground, back into your high lines. Raise those hands all the way up, extending it up. And let's take the hands all the way down, your front foot to meet the back. We'll come into your plank here, pressing into the palms. Breathing here. We have one more breath here. Pushing into those palms. Send the knees down. And let's come all the way down. Float it. Back into your cobra, into a gentle back bend here. To wave it down. And coming into your downward facing dog. Breathing here, releasing the neck. Looking to the middle of your feet here, to the center of your feet. And let's walk to the top of our mats. Let's come into your forward fold. Into halfway lift, back into your forward fold, exhaling. And let's take that right foot to meet the back. Back into your high lunge here. Raising the hands all the way up. Breath in here. And let's come into our warrior three straight away. Finding your balance here. And when you're ready, hopping off from that back foot. Come all the way, tip yourself over. Bit wobbly. But you guys have got this. Your toes are pointing down. Sending the arms to the back of the room to aeroplane pose. And when you're ready, drop that foot down, back into high lunge. This time with our arms though, so our heel is still peeled off. Let's do eagle arms again here. So we'll take the right hand over onto the left. Taking the eagle arms, if your palms can't touch, you can always touch the backs of your hands. And let's send that hand all the way up. And your gaze up. Breathing here. And out. And releasing the hands. Taking the hands all the way to the sky again, to the ceiling. This time we're going to drop the heel. We're just going to pivot it a little bit into warrior one. So our toes are facing the right side of our mat, just the edge, into warrior one. And let's take the hands to the backs of our bodies, clasp our palms together. And let's reach out with our chest, turning that gaze all the way up. One breath here, and come into humble warrior. So we'll tip forward here, bringing our chest to our thigh here. If it's okay with you, bringing the arms all the way up to wherever it's comfortable with you. Breathing here. And let's release the hands. We'll come back into warrior one. Bring your hands all the way down, your front foot to meet the back. We'll bring the knees down straight away, coming into your cobra, waving it up. And let's come all the way back down, pressing into your feet here, into your downward facing dog. We have one breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, we can walk to the top of our mats here. Forward fold. And coming into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time taking the left foot to the back of the room. We'll come back into our high lunge here, raising the hands all the way up. Breath in here. And when you're ready, we'll come into a warrior three. So let's bounce off that back foot, tipping your body all the way over. Your toes are pointing down, soles of the feet to the back of the room. Taking the hands all the way to the back. Coming into your airplane pose. And let's drop that foot down, coming into your high lunge. And from here, we'll take the hands up. We'll come into the eagle pose here. This time left over onto the right. So your left hand over to the right. Crossing that over with the palms here. And if that's too much, just the back of your hand. Taking the arms up. Peeling them away from your chest a little bit. All the way up. And sending that gaze up as well. Breathing here. And let's release the hands here. Taking the hands all the way up into your high lunge position. Let's drop that back heel down. Pivot the foot. Coming into warrior one. So I just come to the edge of my left mat there. Into warrior one. And when we're ready, we'll take the hands to the backs of our body. Clasping our palms together. Reaching that chest up and out. And sending that gaze upwards. And when you're ready, we'll come all the way forward into your humble warrior. Resting the chest onto your thigh. Arms reaching all the way up. Breath in here. And let's release the hands here. This time coming into warrior one again. Hands all the way up. Let's bring the hands down. Your front foot to meet the back. Straight away, let's drop those knees. We'll come all the way onto the mat, into your cobra, and wave it down, and into your downward facing dog or child's pose. I will take my child's pose today. We'll be here for 4 breaths, so go ahead and do what's needed for your body this morning. You can take your knees out nice and wide and extend your arms, or you can come into a more traditional child's pose by bringing the knees in just a little bit more and taking the arms to the sides of your body, just resting where your feet are, your legs are. And just breathing here. So we have 2 more breaths here, staying in your child's pose. Breathing in here. And when you're ready, if you're in child's pose, meet me at downward facing dog. Coming all the way up into your downward facing dog. Let's raise the right knee, the leg, all the way up, extending into a 3-legged dog here. Your toes are pointing down. Soles of the feet to the back of the room. And let's send that knee to the nose. And let's send it all the way back out. Let's do that again. Bring that knee to touch your nose. And let's send it all the way out. One more time, guys. Let's exhale. Bring that knee to nose as much as you can. And let's send it all the way out. And when you're ready, let's bring that foot to the middle of our palms here. Bring it in, coming into your runner's lunge, raising the hands all the way up into your warrior two. So your right foot is now facing the front of the room, coming into your warrior one. We're bending that knee here, reaching out here, 90 degrees with our back foot. Perhaps you can take note of your arms. If it's too much on your shoulders, please go ahead and flip the palms. Breathing here. And when you're ready, let's reverse this pose, going all the way, reaching the right hand over into your reverse warrior. Let's come back into your warrior two. Breath in, bending that knee a little bit more. And let's come into your side angle pose. So your right hand, your right elbow, resting on your knee. Bring the left hand all the way up. And let's reach that extended over. Breath in here. And out. And if it's okay with you, we can take with the left hand a nice bind here. So we can come and take that hand just in between this crease here where my hip is. And you can rest it there. If that's too much for you, you can keep your hands up and over or bring it to the center. We have one more breath here. And we'll come back into warrior two here, reaching up, making sure we still have that nice bend. I know, guys, doing so well. Let's windmill the hands all the way over, taking the front foot to meet the back. Into your plank. We have two breaths here, pushing into the palms. One more breath, sending the knees down. Let's come all the way down. Let's scoop it up into cobra. Wave it down and into a downward facing dog. And when you're ready, let's raise the left leg, come into three-legged dog here. Extending that left foot up. Your toes are pointing down, the soles of the feet facing the back of the room. And let's try to bring that knee in and touch our nose as much as we can. Bring it in and let's send it all the way out. Let's do that one more time. Bring the nose in and send it all the way out. One more time, bring that knee in and send it all the way back out. And this time, bring that left foot to the center of your palms. And raising the hands up all the way up. Let's come into our warrior two. So dropping that back foot, having a nice bend in the knee, reaching the hands out. Our back foot's 90 degrees. Breath in here and out. We have one more breath here, and let's reverse this warrior. Scoop it over all the way. And from here, we'll come back into your warrior two, reaching out with your fingers. And let's take that left arm onto the knee and come into your side angle pose here, reaching that arm all the way over into your extended side angle pose. And if it's okay with you, perhaps we can take that hand and take a simple bind. So you're just resting it here where my hip crease is, peeling the chest open and looking up. We have one breath here. And let's come back into our warrior two here, taking that bind out. If it's there for you, warrior two, windmilling the hands forward. Let's take the front foot to meet the back. Coming into your high plank. Breathing here, we'll stay here for one more breath. Breath in and drop the knees. And let's come all the way down. Coming up into your cobra, into your gentle back bend here. Coming all the way down and into your downward facing dog. Doing so well here. Sending that gaze into the middle of your feet. Relaxing the neck here. And let's walk to the top of our mat here, guys. Coming into your forward fold. Can you just relax the knees as much as you can here? And we'll slowly but very slowly peel ourselves all the way up. So I'm just relaxing my hands here, my arms. Very slowly peeling yourself up. Lower back, your mid back, and then your shoulders, and my head is very last to arrive. And coming into a nice Tadasana here. Grounding with your toes. The three corners of your feet here. Your big toe, your little toe, and your heel. You can have your palms facing forward. Perhaps close your eyes here, connecting to your breath. Take a nice cleansing breath here. And exhaling that out through the mouth or the nose. Whatever feels right with your breath today. And gently, if you do have your eyes closed, opening your eyes, and let's raise the hands. Let's take it all the way up. And we're going to come into our imaginary chair pose here, into Utkatasana. Just imagine someone pulling with an imaginary string. We're going to tilt with our hips back, so we're not trying to collapse with our knees forward. So coming into your imaginary chair with your hips, sending those hips all the way back, and your arms are reaching up. Can you dial those pinkies in a little bit? Naturally, your thumbs come out. Breathing here, guys. When you look down, you should be able to see your 10 toes. Breath in here. And exhale a little bit lower. Drawing in the ribs here. Inhaling here. And exhale a little bit lower. One more breath here, guys. Breathing in. And exhale all the way, coming to your mat. Very slowly, gracefully. And we'll come into a nice cross-legged position here. Into an easy sitting pose, into Sukhasana. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, raise the hands all the way up. And let's turn to the left side, taking that gaze, the arms all the way to the left side. You can have the back of your hand on your knee, pushing with your chest peeling over to the left side. And coming onto the fingertips with your back hands here. Breathing here. Perhaps you can send your gaze downwards, looking to that back hand. We have one more breath here. And let's allow the hands to come back to the center. Inhaling here, just adjusting your breath here. And as you exhale, let's fold forward here. Just as much as you can. Just feeling it in the glutes here. Just folding forward. If you want to go a little bit further, perhaps you can inhale, and as you exhale, reach your hands out just a little bit more and folding that little bit extra there. But do what feels right for your body this morning. We have 2 breaths here. One more breath. And slowly coming all the way up. Let's inhale, take the arms all the way up again. And send those arms to the right side this morning. As we exhale, this time with the back of my hand, I'm reaching over to my right knee, pushing into that knee. Turning my chest, my heart towards the right side. My right hand is on the my right hand's on the fingertips here. And if it's okay with the neck, sending that gaze down to the right hand here. Just breathing here. One more breath. And we'll come back to the center. Taking an inhalation here. And as we exhale, let's uncross the legs this time. And just changing the position. Uncrossing the legs, taking that other foot over, your leg over onto the other side. Let's still crossed here, and we can fold forward here. Remembering to breathe here. And if you wanted a little bit more, you can inhale and exhale and reach out a little bit more here. And feeling the sensation in your glutes. We have 2 more breaths here. One last breath. And let's peel ourselves all the way up. And we'll come onto our backs now. So let's come all the way down, taking those knees to the chest, both of them, hugging them to the chest. Perhaps you can flex your foot here, having the toes pointing the ceiling. And when we're ready, let's send both of the legs all the way up, coming into your half halasana here. So the soles of the feet are facing the ceiling here. You can generously bend your knees as much as you need to here. And let's raise the arms up as well. Perhaps you can just allow your hands just to dangle here. Breathing here and exhaling. And your legs might start to shake. It's very normal. Taking in another breath and out. And slowly, let's bend the knees. Let's hug our knees to the chest one more time. And with both of our knees, can we send them over to the right side, coming into a spinal twist here. Send both knees over to the right side. Perhaps you can extend your left arm all the way out. And if it's okay with the neck, sending your gaze over to the left side here. Breathing in here and out. You can close your eyes here if you'd like. We have 2 more breaths here. Inhaling your last breath. And exhaling out. And as you exhale, bringing the knees back to the center, planting those feet onto the floor, the soles of the feet. And let's windshield wipe our legs here. Our knees are just falling from side to side, releasing the lower back here. And when you're ready, we'll hug our knees back to our chest, hugging both of those knees. And let's send both of the knees to the left side this time. And reaching over with our right hand, extending that arm all the way out. You can have your palm facing up or down, it doesn't matter. And if it's okay with you, next, sending that gaze over to the right side. And coming into your natural breath here. Into your smooth breath. We have 1 more breath here. And as you exhale, let's bring the knees back to the center. Plant the feet onto the ground, the soles of the feet, and we'll windshield wipe out our legs again. The knees dropping them to side. And from here, we'll come back to the center. And we'll come into our happy baby pose here. So standing the feet all the way up, holding on to the outer edge of your feet here. If that's too much, you can always just hold on to where your shin area is as well. It doesn't matter. And if it's okay with you, we'll have the soles of the feet facing the ceiling again. And you can just do some gentle rocking movements here, not too much, or else it'll roll over to the other side. Gentle rocking movements. Or you can just stay still here. One more breath. And as you exhale, taking the feet all the way out, We'll come into our final pose, into our Shavasana, extending the feet out, extending the arms all the way out, making yourself as comfortable as you need. Take up as much space as you need. If you have something near you that you'd like to cover your eyes, go ahead and do that. If you wanted to put on a layer, perhaps a jumper, socks, go ahead and do that. And meet me here in Shavasana. And we'll close our eyes here if that's okay with you. Breathing in through your nose and sending that breath into your chest and into your belly. And as you exhale, can you exhale out through your belly, coming into your chest and out through your nose again. And let's continue that breathing here. Perhaps you can relax your ankles, your feet. You can relax your calves. Relaxing your knees, your thighs. And allowing the pelvis and the hip to be grounded by your mat. Can you relax your belly, your chest, and letting go of those shoulders, relaxing the shoulders, allowing your elbows, allowing your wrists and your 10 fingers to relax. And can you take that sensation all the way up into your neck, relaxing the neck. Perhaps you can soften your jaw, soften your cheeks. Taking your awareness to your eyebrows, soften your eyebrows, the middle of your eyebrows, and soften your forehead and the crown of your head. Coming into your natural breath here, breathing in through the nose and taking even exhalations out back through the nose. Sending your awareness back into your eyelids. Perhaps you can open and close your eyelids a few times softly. And taking your hands all the way over your head and give yourself a nice stretch here. Perhaps you can point your toes as well. And when you're ready, we can turn on to our favorite side, right or left if you have low blood pressure. So if you have low blood pressure, go ahead and roll onto your left side. And slowly, with the help of your hands, just coming into the palms, and you can come up into a seated position. And if it's okay, keeping your eyes closed here. If not, you can have a soft gaze looking downwards towards your mat. Let's float our hands to the heart center here, into Anjali Mudra. And feeling how the fluctuations of our breath has changed, our body, even the space we're holding right now. Remembering to allow all the fluctuations that we feel within our body, in our mind, within our lives. And remembering that breath is everything. Let's collectively take a cleansing breath together in through the nose. And let's exhale that out through the mouth together. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale that out through the mouth. One last breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhaling it out through the mouth. And bowing to your heart center here, to your hands. Honoring and thanking yourself for being here today. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much.